Hello and welcome to the first session of Hacks, a series where I hack on code. This time it's actually my one. So here's a little tiny Rust library. I think one of the first ones I've ever done. It's OpenRS, and OpenRS has a mighty 10 lines of code, and it does nothing else but to launch a command line tool that should be existing on your system and use it to open a given path or URL. And recently today, in the sense of a few hours ago, I got a pull request that changed the Windows version from using start, which I always used, to command start. Because start is not a standalone tool, it's merely a function, basically, of the command tool. And this is what happens here. So I would like to try that. And I actually have no test for this thing because it's somehow difficult to test and not even an example program. And I think an example program is the least I should have. Let's make a program real quick that, should I give it a new shell? Let's give it a new shell. Title OpenRS. I don't know why that takes so long. I hate it. Oh my Z shell. What do you do in that time? Let's go there. And here we have OpenRS. I think I should pull just because I recently merged this change. And here we go. Good. So what I would like to have is first my editor open. And then we might want to have an examples directory. Well, that's the question. Should it be examples or should it be a great binary? I think if it would be a binary, it would be easier to use. Yeah, because then you can just build it and it will build the binary and the library, and you can easily run it that way without having to provide an example or the name of the example that you want to build. So yeah, I think because of this, I would just go with, no, not a folder, with main.rs. And here we go, f and main. And yeah, let's say the first argument is supposed to be, by the way, how do we call it? How is that all gonna work? I think I wanna set up a little bit of cargo here and say there can be many bins, but just one library, and say test is false. And then I should be able to have an open binary and a library of the same name. And that should already work, but we'll see. We shall see. So yeah, I'm always a bit lame when it comes to argument parsing because I do this rarely. And if so, I use a crate for that, which is called claprs. Gorgeous. But for this purpose, I think claprs is kind of overkill. And I also don't want to add a dependency because if we would do that, then we would need to move this thing into the example section, which I initially said didn't want. So std-env, there we can get the arguments. And I kind of do this out of the back of my head because maybe that works. So this is the path or URL. I'm quite verbose here. And we have env args, so that's a bunch of arguments as a standard string, well, as std string, so it's UTF-8 encoded. And I say that the first one is the path to the program itself, and you want to skip this and then get the argument here. So this could be, this is an option which could actually be not set. So if you don't have a single argument, then this will be none. And again, I kind of like it if you move all of this over a bit. And then we can say, well, if we have some argument, then we interpret it as path or URL. And if you have nothing, then we shall exit the process. std process I would like to use as well. So then we can say process exit. 1 with an error. I think 1 usually is common for all kinds of errors, and 2 would be something like file not found. I would go with some error here. So here we exit the process, And because that here is how do you call that? There was a name. If you define a method like this, you would say the return value is this, or function like this. And this means that no return value is expected, which is the case if you exit the process, right? And I think I would also like to print stuff to write stuff to std in that case. So I need stdio, and for that I need self and write. Because the write trait you want, yeah, maybe I don't take self, maybe I take std directly, like this. And the write trait you want to allow the write line macro here to do the right thing, because if it doesn't have the write trait, then the macro will not work with our formatting here. So I think here we go with the usage open, and I wonder, does cargo set variables that might help me to know what it's building? I know it gives you the version, for instance. It might also give you the name of the build artifact, which is open in this case. I would actually like to do that. How can I find that information real quick? Rust cargo environment variables, maybe build scripts. Yeah, the build script also has a few variables set. Show me. Here, target. That's not it. Cargo manifest here, profile, feature name, dependency. See section below about links. Links section, the links manifest key. Yeah, well, it's fine for an example. Open path or URL. This is the usage, and that's, I think, all we have to say there. Yeah, considering it's that easy, that's what we want. And yeah, let's use the write macro here. It's kind of overkill, but on the other hand, who cares really? It's a convenient way to get a write line going. All right, so here we have our path or URL. And now we, of course, want to have our create, extern, create, open. And then we can do open that, right? This was how this works. And we return a result, which is an exit status, an IO result. And the exit status should be positive. So either, yeah, I think this could even be rewritten and be better. How do we do it? Yeah, so here we wait on that thing. I think one should use try here, to be honest. Right? Because we spawn and either we have an IO error. Really? Apparently so, because we just repack it. So the child provides an IO result to us. Yeah. Yeah, good. So let's try that on Mac OS X. So I think all we have to do is a try and an OK. No, wait. Actually, we don't. So we try on that. So we bail out early. And if that works, we wait on the spawn child. Oops. And I think that's the line that we actually want to use. And of course, like this. So let's see how that compiles. We shall see in a moment. And this means if here we want to basically convert that into a exit status. So open that. A string. Fine, we have that. Path or URL. And if it's an OK, we are good. So basically, if there is some error, anything, then yeah, then we might actually convert that into text. And otherwise we are just fine. Yeah, let's do that. So process exit 2, or maybe 3, so that it's some other error code than the common 2 one. And here we say, well, print line, show the error. Oh, actually we wanna put that to stderr as well. Stderr, an error occurred when opening this path, and then we print the error with a pretty debug print. Let's see. Actually, wait. I think that error has a proper, can just be printed like this, so we don't want to debug print this. This might overwhelm the user. So path or URL. After all, this is a userland script, not for developers. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how that should look like, and the rest is history. So cargo build. Let's see. Ah, something is wrong here. Oh no, wait. Something is indeed wrong. Expected value bin name. Yeah. So let's see if we are allowed to do that. We are. Cool. Oh yeah, we get a string here. Sure, so we convert it into a slice like this, and we are done. So if we run this, then it tells us that we need to provide something. And we can just give it the current directory here, which in my case opens Finder, and return value is 0. So that pretty much worked. Cool. And I don't know, anything else would happen if the standard program here wouldn't work. So yeah, let's rewrite this to be try, and then on the spawn, and then we just wait. And this is that. And here we do the same thing, I guess. Oh no, this is different. I think here we won't have a change. Cool. So now we have a little program that we can use to test this, and this is why I wrote it in the first place. And then we can go to Windows and try to make it work there. And honestly, it's the first time for me. And I tried to compile something on Windows. So oh look, I merged something that does not obey the rules. I was asking myself, did I already obey the rules here regarding the commit message style? And I thought not, but actually I did. But on the other hand, I have no contribution guidelines for that project, and I also didn't set up git cop to tell people. Therefore, I shall not be unhappy about this because it's just a minor detail. Also means I say feat open edit open program, which uses the open library to open any path or URL. So I think that's decent. It can handle errors, and it handles errors from A to Z. It's as easy as it gets, I think. That's good. Fine. And let's spin up a virtual machine and see if we can get Rust going on Windows. Windows 7 hasn't been launched in a while. Yeah, I should also push this. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I will have to download like 100 megabyte, which will probably take like 3 minutes. And I don't know what to do during that time. Or maybe I have. Did I install Rust here? I don't think so. I actually didn't want to. Rustlang.org. I didn't want to compile anything with Rust on Windows because I was afraid of dependencies and whatnot. But with a little bit of luck and MinGW, I think that could work. But I don't know. I have no Rust Windows experience yet. See, 3 minutes. And I'm curious how that will be, even though I'm very afraid. On the other hand, I think simple compilation we should manage here, because we need nothing else but a Rust compiler, and that's the one we get here. So yeah, in the meanwhile, let's prepare what we need to prepare. I guess I'm faster by just getting the URL from here, git remote. Here we go. I should have copied the right thing, but I shall see. And yeah, where's my git shell? I think I'm totally unprepared here. Git bash. There's git bash. Cool. Without a git bash, nothing works. Honestly, it's as close to a bash as it gets here on Windows without special stuff. And that's really the least I need to be happy. Did you know that in Windows 10 you can resize this window just by pulling it? It's amazing. Honestly, I thought this would never happen. So let's get a clone here somewhere. I don't know, where do I develop usually? Oh, I think I have access to my dev directory, so it's Q. Let's just go there. That I don't even need to clone stuff. Wait, that's like this. Yeah, we are in a bash here. And then we go Rust, open RS. Cool. And once this works, we should have cargo. Once we have made the installation, we should have cargo ready. And should already, it should just be cargo run, and we are done. To finally verify that this works. So let's count the seconds here. 45. Oh no, I can't do that. Maybe there's something interesting on Reddit. Reddit Rust, but not the game. Not the game, please. Oh yeah. See, on Windows I don't do that. Why am I here on Windows? I should probably just do it here. Nothing new for me, at least. But we are done. That's good. Let's install it real quick. And real quick on Windows means real slow. No matter what. Yep. Do it. Come on. Okay. Oh, it didn't even start copying files yet. I see. Probably just unzipped them, copied them somewhere, and now it's copying them into place. Oh my god. And it's not that Windows is slow in that just because it's a virtual machine. No, it's just, I don't know what it does to be that slow. And I do not have any virus checkers here or something that notoriously slows down your system. It's really just... Maybe it's there already. Nope. 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 I will keep going. Okay, so it must be there now. Interesting. Probably it caches this information. Or doesn't put it into the path. Maybe it didn't put it in. Oh, probably I have to restart this to get the latest path. I don't know how that works. That's just... where did it install it? C Rust or something? Some shitty location? Or program? Ugh. Rust stable. Oh my god, so no. There is no path for me. Yeah, I don't know if that even works. If it's not in the path, I don't think it will. Maybe it told me how to set it up properly, and I just skipped this because I didn't care. Bash completion, nice, but well, q dev rust open rust open. Let's just try it. Yikes, there's even a space in there, 2 spaces. Okay, 3, it doesn't matter because program files has spaces in there. But it looks shitty, that's for sure. But it's a Windows path, and these may be shitty. Kind of weird. So I think it's bin cargo. Is it, do I have to do it like this now? Is this how it works? Okay, cargo runs, that's good. And GCC, no such file or directory. How does anybody actually compile stuff in Rust? How do I do it? Maybe there's a shipped bash here that is a special cargo bash. No. There's Rust C, there's Rust stock, but that's it. Yeah, I don't think I have GCC even. See? So how do I do that? Do I need, maybe I need a full min GW and not just the Git one? I don't know. Yeah, well, you know. I didn't know that for the final linking stage it needs a C compiler. Well, I tried. I think that can work. I will just say I'm good with that. I don't want to know what that requires me to do, honestly. I don't want to. I'm not in the mood for Windows stuff. I tried. So I think what I can do is tell the person who did the PR to try it. I've added a binary called open, which can be used to easily test the functionality on the various platforms. Originally, I wanted to test whether it works on Windows, but didn't manage just because I'm not a Windows guy. Well, that sounds bad. I shouldn't say that. Originally, I wanted to test whether it works on Windows, but didn't manage to to link it there. Just in case, link it there. Maybe once, if you have time, you can give it a test run. Thanks and cheers. That is that. So I think I'm fine with that. You know, this should work. I wouldn't have merged the code if I wouldn't think it should work, but I couldn't test it. And also I'm done with Windows now. So thanks for watching and have a great day.